Hey there, this is the One Boom, and welcome to a casual weapon review of the PDSW 528. More than just a weapon review, this video is going to be about the fact that I think people are using this weapon wrong. Utilizing this weapon's lightweight package and 50-round default magazine, good rate of fire, and good muzzle velocity, that's all fine and good, but I think people are underestimating it just a little bit, and playing with this thing like it's a traditional SMG in Call of Duty, I think is leaving a lot of its potential on the table. So that's really what this review is going to be focusing on. Some things we have to note first here. This weapon does have, in my opinion, a really substantial quirk that has to be mentioned before anything else. The PDSW's muzzle velocity is faster than that of an M4 by default. It fires at 680 meters per second at 909 rounds per minute. Most assault rifles fire around the 580 meters per second range. This is going at 680. Meaning your rounds are going to be hitting targets a lot faster, meaning your distant engagements are going to be a lot more consistent. And what's funny is if you read the awkwardly worded description in-game, it says PDSW 528, the rapid-fire compact polymer frame and high-velocity ammunition makes the PDSW a powerhouse for room clearing. And that's really weird to me because for room clearing you don't need an above-average bullet velocity, but this thing has it. It's the same bullet velocity as the FSS Hurricane because they're both firing this inexpensive cartridge. So if we talk about what this weapon excels at, it has controllable recoil, it has good movement speed because it is in the SMG category, has above average muzzle velocity, and on top of that, a 909 rounds per minute rate of fire. And because this game doesn't have incredibly lightweight extended magazines like MW 2019 did, there is a reason to use this gun just simply for the fact that it comes with a default lightweight 50 round magazine. Any of the other SMGs with larger magazines equipped are just much heavier. Like a Vel 46 with a 50 round mag is almost as heavy as this fully kitted out carbine style build that I have for the PDSW going on in the background gameplay, and this is something I can't wait any longer. I need to get into this. So yeah, we have fast bullets, 900 RPM, good recoil, good movement, whatever, it's an SMG. The build you're seeing on screen has around a 450 millisecond aim down sight time, and it moves a little slower than the default. But it moves right around the speed of other SMGs that only have an extended mag attached. And its sprint to fire speed, with this build that you're seeing, is still only 99 milliseconds. And the recoil? What recoil? This weapon works as an assault rifle. With this game, I've been trying to work a lot less hard at just reducing recoil because I'm deciding to embrace the recoil and idle sway and visual recoil, and instead focus on, having more balanced builds that are more versatile. With the PDSW, I found myself tempted to use the longer, heavier barrels and foregrips and things of that sort. And even though the aim down sight time isn't very fast, it's still a lightweight, mobile, versatile, low recoil, 900 RPM, 50 round magazine, high velocity powerhouse. This build is firing at 928 meters per second, which means it's practically hit scan at most ranges. The recoil is controllable and the RPM is fast. With headshots out to 19 meters, this thing is going to be killing in 3 bullets. 900 RPM, 3-shot kill to the head at around 19 meters kind of sounds like the M13 from MW 2019. But if you're shooting upper torso, then you're going to be getting 4-shot kills up until about 19 meters, 5-shot kills up until about 27, 26 meters, and then you're going to be getting 6-shot kills at the 36, and 7 after that, out to around 67. Now, you don't really want to have to get a 7-shot kill, but a 7-shot kill on a high bullet velocity weapon with a really high RPM that has no recoil, it's surprisingly doable. And even though that aim down sight time with this build is pretty slow at like almost 500 milliseconds, that is rough, you are compensating for it enough, and you have such a fast sprint to fire speed, it's not like you're going to be incapable of closer range, more aggressive gunfights. And if you have the right underbarrel, you're going to also have even tighter hip fire. So coming out of sprint around 99 milliseconds and getting accurate hip fire on target feels pretty good. I'm not saying this is a competitive build that's perfect in every way, but if you value aim down sight time over everything else, you're honestly going to miss out on something that is an amazing pre-firing, pre-aiming powerhouse, and that is really sad. I have had nothing but consistent performance out of this build, and I was inspired by the BAL-27 in Advanced Warfare, mostly because the BAL-27 is a fictional carbine short-barreled rifle that's clearly based off the P90. And it's been fun converting the PDSW into something that feels like that, because not only does it kind of give that vibe aesthetically, it sort of has the essence of the BAL, it also sort of feels like how the M13 felt in Modern Warfare 2019 with that 900 RPM 3-shot headshot potential. And you could even push that range out further with the right suppressor attached, and that could be kind of fun, but then you are really getting into crazy slow aim down sight times, and maybe you don't want that. But the build is right here on screen. We're using the 17-inch Corvus Pro Range barrel, the XRK Sandstorm muzzle, the Lock Grip Precision 44 grip, the GR33 light rail, because it pulls the sights farther away from your camera, meaning that your visual recoil is going to be considerably lower, and those sights will be bobbing around in your face. Also, you do gain a little bit of movement speed from doing this, and then we use the VLK LZR 7mW laser, so we get better sprint to fire speed, better aim down sight time, and better aiming stability, overall just increasing our versatility that much more. If you want to run it more like a conventional SMG, you could use the Point G3P04 laser, you could use the TV TACCOM, you could use the Bruin Q900 grip, the integrated reflex rail, and the Forge DX90F suppressor, which only hurts your damage range, and then you have a really good, close quarters P90 that's suppressed and gonna keep that muzzle flash down, gonna make it a little bit harder to pinpoint where you're shooting from, and you'll get to enjoy it like a normie. It's an SMG, works better in close range, right? But I, on this channel, a lot of you will know this, am against forcing weapons into roles that they're not suited for. I think if you force a gun into a role it's not suited for, you're just making a bad gun. Luckily, this is an exception. Forcing this gun into the role of an assault rifle works fully because of this muzzle velocity and predictability of recoil. So I highly recommend you try out the PDSW 528 when set up like a BAL-27 from Advanced Warfare, or, more like a carbine. There are probably some attachments you could swap out to balance this build with a little bit faster of an aim down sight time, because I will admit that aim down sight time is damning, but in general, I don't really care. If I'm fighting around 19 to 25 meters max, if you're in my sight, I'm likely going to win the gunfight. I feel very confident saying that with this build, I'm likely going to win the gunfight. You can adjust your playstyle to aim down sight a little bit before an engagement you're expecting, and because of how Modern Warfare 2 plays, and just the nature of the spawns and the flow of these maps, or the lack thereof, I find myself pre-aiming more anyway, so something like this is just a really fun gunfight winner. I just have to be aim down sight already. Kinda like with the M16, how I built it in that video, where it was a get your sight up, get ready, and then whoever's on the other end of your barrel can have the pleasure of respawning. So the point of this video isn't just to go over the stats of the P90, you can look those up on Simthic, you can go watch other gun guides on the P90 that have been out longer. My goal with this was to show you that you're leaving some performance on the table, and you're leaving one of the most sleeper ARs in the game on the table by not using this. So enjoy your M13 BAL P90 hybrid weapon, and let me know what you think of it after you use it in the comment section below. And yeah, it's kind of a way for me to get some more views on this video, but if you want to go try this out and then come back and tell me your opinion of it, I would love to hear it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, I don't care. See you when I see you. Goodbye.